Hey guys, how's it going? So today I am going to do another first impression let's play review of a game called Eden Crafters. As always with all of my first impression let's play reviews, I'm gonna be playing the game for an hour or more until I am satisfied that I can give you my opinion on the game and tell you whether or not the game is worth $20 in my opinion. As always, you can just skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video if you are in a hurry and if you only want to hear my quick, concise, final opinion on the game. I will put a timestamp in the description below. But otherwise, if you're not in a hurry, you can just stay tuned and I will be playing through the game. I will be giving you my running commentary as I play through the game. And I will be telling you what in my opinion is good and bad about the game as we play through the game today. So first off, the game does something really weird with the way that it renders. One issue is that I see this very seldomly. It really not a lot of times, but I do see it in probably maybe 2% of games where I start up my OBS and when I do the screen capturing, the mouse in the game disappears. So there's something that around 2% of developers do. Obviously they do it wrong because it shouldn't be this way, but there's something that they do which makes it so that when a screen recording is being taken of the game, then the game freaks out and your mouse disappears. So this is unfortunately one of those developers who has done something wrong. I don't know what it is, but they've done something wrong where if you do screen capturing on the game, your mouse disappears. So that is an issue that the developers need to get sorted. Otherwise than that, the game starts up by default in exclusive full screen, which is not the way that it should be. No game should ever start up in exclusive full screen. The default can be windowed or full screen windowed. I don't have an issue with that, but no game should ever start up in exclusive full screen. While we are on the topic of display options, the game does not allow you to change your resolution at all. So it doesn't allow you to change the resolution on full screen or anything else. It might on windowed, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not going to test that in any way. The game doesn't allow you to change your resolution. As you can see, there's no resolution options at all. So that's really bad. A $20 game not even allowing you to change your resolution in the game is really bad. So the game is gonna run at 4K resolution, which is my desktop resolution, because obviously it's gonna default to the desktop resolution, which is not good. So yeah, the developers should allow you to change your resolution, or alternatively they could allow you to do resolution scaling. So either native resolution scaling or resolution scaling through Nvidia DLSS or AMD FXR or Intel XeSS. Either of those is fine. I personally prefer native resolution scaling. Like, some games will not allow you to change the resolution, but they will allow you to do resolution scaling. So then I would normally put the resolution scaling on around 72%, and that will then equal 2K resolution. Because we're downscaling from 4K to 2K, that's about 70%. But we can't even do that in this game. So we will have to see how the graphics is, how the performance is in the game. when we get into the game, because most games take a lot of processing to run at 4K resolution. So that might be an issue. So when we get into the game and we see an excessive amount of lag, then we will have to take some drastic measures. Like I will need to put the game on windowed. I'll have to select windowed mode and then upscale it from there using a third-party software, which I do have. I do have an upscaling software on my computer, but obviously that is me fixing the problem. That's not the developers fixing the problem. So the fact that the developers are not even allowing you to change the resolution, and then you as the player has to find some weird fucking third-party software to make the game full screen from windowed just in order to select the resolution, that is not good at all. That is not good. Like really, it is not a good way to start the game off. So we'll put the FOV on 75. Brightness can go way up, but it doesn't seem to work in the main menu. We will have to see when we get into the actual game. And then the graphical options are very basic. You just get low, normal and high. So you cannot change object detail, character detail, terrain detail, shadow quality, nothing like that. Depth of field, I'm assuming the game doesn't have depth of field or motion blur because there's no options for that. So if the game does have motion blur or depth of field and it doesn't allow you to disable those, that will obviously be an issue, which I will be deducting points from the game from. So yeah, overall the video options, graphical options are severely lacking. Really bad. And then yeah, otherwise than that, they allow you to change the key bindings. I'm not seeing quick save or quick load, so it doesn't seem that the game has quick save or quick load, which is not good. Depending on the way the game works actually inside the save system, that might not be good. If they don't allow you to do quick saving or quick loading, that can very often in many games be not very good. But anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the game. The game is obviously in early access, so all of this stuff could be better and could change in the future. We will just have to see basically. But as I always say with all of my reviews of early access games, it doesn't matter what the future holds. It doesn't matter what content the developers have promised for the future, or if they have a massive roadmap for the game. I don't give two shits about that. The game needs to be worth $20 right now because the developers are asking $20 right now. So if they're asking that price right now, the game has to be worth it right now. So I only look at what the game offers right now. So the developers might fix the resolution in the future, and they might allow better display options in the future, and they might fix a lot of other stuff in the future. I don't give two shits about that. I just basically look at the game and evaluate the game based on what it is today and whether or not it is worth $20 today. So new world name doesn't really matter. World mode relaxed. In this mode you keep your inventory after dying. Hardcore. In this mode planetary events can cause more damage to your base. Creative. In this mode everything is unlocked and require no resources to build. So that is what they say is the only difference. So you always keep your inventory in all of the different modes. In relaxed, you keep your inventory. In hardcore, you keep your inventory. And in creative, obviously, perhaps you won't even be able to die. I'm not sure, they don't say that. But anyway, you keep your inventory in all modes. Except in hardcore mode, you take more damage, or your base takes more damage from planetary events. So I actually have played a lot of Planet Crafters. You guys will see probably around 30 hours of Planet Crafters gameplay on my channel. So it's a game that I really like. And in Planet Crafters, your base cannot take damage, but you can take damage from planetary events. So in this game, they say your base will take more damage, so your base is apparently destructible. In Planet Crafters, your base is not destructible. And then you can also select different planets. That's interesting. So size small, we don't want that. We don't like it small, am I right, girls? The planet will be included in a free update. Okay, so this one is not available. So it seems only 3 planets. Oh no, wait. This one will come in the future. I don't care about that. Future, I don't care about that. So the only ones that are available currently is the ocean world, 90% water, 5% rare resources. And then this one, size very big, water is 0%, rare resources 60. So I'm not a fan of that. You should be allowed to change your planet. So now the issue is, if you want water, but you also want a big planet, then you're screwed. Like, that's not a possibility. You have to choose either a small planet with water or a big planet with no water. And that's really shitty in my opinion. I'm not a fan of that at all, because I would like a big planet, not with a lot of water, but with some water at least, and we don't have any options like that. So I'm not a fan of this system in the slightest. Different planets is not good. Rather, allow the player to create their own planet to their liking. Just like whatever. You can add water, you can change the size, you can change basically all of the aspects of the planet. Like that one planet that we can see there is like a lava planet. So you should be allowed to make a big lava planet if you want to. Holy crap, the mouse sensitivity is terrible. We're gonna have to increase that immediately. Mouse sensitivity. Fucking increase it by 400%, let's see. Yeah, that's a lot better. 400% enhanced. Okay. There are some materials in your spaceship inventory. Transfer them to your own inventory, which you can access with tab. Okay, tab. And then? What then? Nothing? Okay, so how do you access the thing? You're supposed to tell me. The player shouldn't have to run over to a thing and then see, like, okay, what do I need to press? You need to have a tutorial in your game. I'm not seeing a tutorial. Okay, so we are inside the ship. Our oxygen is rising while we are in the ship, so the ship has an oxygen generator apparently. And then you can move in the ship, but the ship doesn't have power. So we will leave vehicle. Open ship inventory. Oh, okay, tab. Okay, there we go. And then how do you transfer? Just like this, I'm guessing. Once again, no tutorial for any of this. You aren't told how to move resources. Your spaceship doesn't have any energy. Okay, never mind. Fuck that. Tooltip, I guess. Press 1 to equip your multi-tool and hold left click to mine resources. Find some iron ore. Okay, so that's copper. There's some iron ore. Apparently the multi-tool in our hand is a fucking vacuum cleaner, because it's literally just sucking up the resources. Or at least that's how it looks. Then from that we get the rock. I also see at the bottom left our thing consumes energy, some form of energy. Okay, our oxygen is getting low. Get into the thing, get out again. We haven't been told any of this. We would have been dead long ago now if we were not following our own brain, basically. So the game doesn't tell you about oxygen. It doesn't tell you that you can get back into the ship to improve your oxygen. Yeah, so far, I mean, the game doesn't have a tutorial, so I don't even need to say that the tutorial is shit, because the game doesn't have a tutorial. But yeah, the lack of tutorial is definitely going to be an issue. All games should have a tutorial. The fact that the game doesn't have a tutorial is really shitty. So we're just running around, sucking up, vacuuming up everything that we see with our vacuum cleaner over here. Sulfur ore, iron ore. I'm losing health. I don't know why I'm losing health. We get in again. Press V to deploy your drone. It can be useful for mining or building in hard to reach places. Can it scratch my back, maybe? V. Okay. Okay. New objective. Building a living compartment. First, you need to establish your base. Living compartments are where your oxygen will refill and where you can place some equipment. Well, we've already died. We would have already died twice now, probably, due to the lack of a tutorial explaining oxygen. So, yeah, it doesn't even matter. We would have been dead now already twice over by the time that we get that little tutorial pop-up. That's actually the very first tutorial pop-up that we've received, and it speaks about building. It doesn't tell you how to build at all. Let's see. Press Q to open the build menu, then select the living compartment. Okay, let's just stop ourselves from dying, because the developers aren't gonna stop us from dying, clearly. I'm assuming if you go into this gas, you will take some damage or something. Oh yes, toxic gases. Okay, and the guy shits his pants, apparently, from the toxic gases. Ew. Okay, let's have a look here. Base compartment. Select living compartment. Okay, I can't select living compartment. So the tutorial, well, it's not a tutorial. The tooltip pop-ups or the quest pop-ups are incorrect. It says select living compartment. You cannot select living compartment. So the player has to think for themselves and see, okay, what are you actually supposed to select? And you're obviously actually supposed to select this thing over here. So you don't have a living compartment. You cannot build a living compartment. You can build a base compartment, but once again, that is not told to the player. So where do we want to build? We don't want to build down here, really, do we? Okay, our oxygen is getting low again. It only takes like a minute and a half for your oxygen to run out. So that's pretty fucking brutal. Like, that's a very fast drain rate on the oxygen. Like, really, it should not be that quick, in my opinion. Warning, high temperatures. What can I do about that? Okay, I'm taking damage. What can I do about that? Can we get up here? Yeah. I don't know what I can do about that. Yeah, I think here will be a little bit better to build. So we select the base compartment. Can we attach that? How does it? Like that, maybe? Not enough cement. Oh, so where do I get cement? Let's see, do we get... Okay, yeah, we do get oxygen when we stand in here. Press Q to open the build menu again, then place a workbench in your base. Workbench. Okay, it's that one over there. You just have to hover over all of these until you find workbench. It doesn't actually say workbench over here, it just says furniture equipment. You have to hover over everything in your thing, and then you have to find the correct thing, which isn't a very good system. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the game doesn't tell you how to rotate. So if I want to rotate it now, the game isn't telling me how to rotate. So now I'm just gonna start randomly pressing buttons on my keyboard, and there we go, we can rotate it. So the game doesn't tell you how to rotate. You have to figure that shit out on your own. The rotating system is really fucking bad, by the way. Seriously, I have to press the key, which is R, by the way. I have to press it like press. Like fucking hell. Why can't you even just hold it in? Okay, we built it there. What can we do with it? Cement? Can we make cement? Yes, we can. Okay, rock. I'm just doing shit randomly now. The game isn't even telling me to do it. I'm just clicking, just hoping that the game works logically. Okay, and then where? Oh, rock. Oh yes, of course. Let's see, can we do this? While standing in here, can we use our drone? Nope. So we can't move our drone at all. Okay, so that's a bug. We've encountered our first bug. So you cannot use the drone while you are inside a building. There we go. You can see yourself over there. Large cobalt. Okay, I'm looking for rock actually. By the way, there also has not been any hey, gold. There also has not been any tooltips or quest things at the top left for the movement of the drone. I'm just literally moving the drone by pressing random keys. So there's no tooltips, obviously no tutorial either, because the game doesn't have a tutorial for drone movement. To think of it, we actually didn't even get movement for our own character. So you don't get tooltips or anything for movement for your character, and you also don't get for the drone either. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you aren't told in the game. Okay, is that the maximum range? The drone literally can't go further. It's like there's an invisible wall, which I'm assuming is the limitation of the range of the drone. There's just literally an invisible wall around the player, and the drone can't go further than that. I'm looking for rocks, but I'm not seeing anything. I'm seeing gold, cobalt, osmium. Okay, why is that one not mining? Okay, so we found our second bug. Some resources cannot be harvested. I did get a rock. Wait. Nope. Yeah, some resources cannot be harvested. That's the second bug in the game. Large rock deposit, that's what I'm looking for. I don't know how to go down, by the way. I'm pressing, oh, okay, shift. Apparently, for some fucking reason, shift is the button to go down. Once again, you just have to figure out shit on your own in this game. You aren't told shit. I'm not a fan of this system where it takes energy to harvest a resource. That just makes the game more obtuse and reduces the speed at which you can actually explore and make progress in the game. So I'm not a fan of that at all. Okay, cement, it said 5, I think, so let's create another 5. Okay, so we've got 10. And then we want to place 2 additional base compartments. Can we do it from the inside? Ah, yes, we can. Okay. That is the same as in Planet Crafters. In Planet Crafters as well, you can do it from the inside, which is a nice quality of life feature. We can place another one. There we go. So now our base is relatively nice. There's unfortunately pillars in the middle, which takes up a little bit of the space. I would have liked it if it was just completely open. But anyway, that's the way the developers decided it should be. Your living compartment, well, it's not a living compartment, it's a base compartment, needs a electric, that is grammatically incorrect, electric panel to support more equipment. Craft the necessary parts. Okay, how do we do that? How do we do that? Please tell me. So once again, terrible tutorial. Well, the game doesn't have a tutorial. You guys know what I mean. Okay, so I don't see a electrical thing there. So I'm just going to follow my own brain since the game doesn't help you. So we are going to just check basically over here if we see some kind of a electrical panel or something like that. Plates, we need iron plates for all of those. Okay, so I'm not seeing electrical panel. Wall, kitchen, door. Ah, there we go, electrical panel. So for that we need 2 cables, 1 cement. 2 cables. Okay, we need copper for that, and we need 1 cement. Copper ingot. Okay, we have some copper already. Okay, electrical panel. I don't know, I guess we just... Oh, can you do it like that? Okay, you can replace the entire wall apparently. Where do we want to put it? I mean, you could put it like over here, but why would we not want to replace a wall? That seems pretty cool. I actually want to build in that direction as well. Which would mean... I first want some more cement actually. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get some more. Oh, and then iron plates as well. Where do we get iron plates? Iron plates is ingots, so that's 4 iron ore to get 1 iron plate. So let's do our little trick again. Just stand right inside there. Just basically stick our toes outside the line, and then we won't lose oxygen, but we can use our drone. and we also won't get affected by the temperature. So we're exploiting a little bit of a glitch here, but I mean, the game has glitches and we are gonna exploit them. Need a more powerful tool, okay? So I can mine the small cobalt ore, but not the large cobalt deposits. Perhaps we need to do that with a mine, I'm assuming. Once again, you have to do a lot of assumption in this game. Because, yeah, the fucking lack of a tutorial, the really terrible tool tips that don't even cover half of the topics that actually need to be covered, doesn't make the early player experience very smooth and enjoyable at all. You literally have to struggle through so many things. So many things are unknown. I can play this game relatively easily because I've played thousands of games. I know more or less how these games usually work. But certainly the average player hasn't played thousands of games. The average player won't know that R is usually rotate. They won't know the usual navigation stuff for a drone like this, up, down, all of those kinds of things. None of these things are told to the player in this game. So a lot of the things will be foreign to the average player. I just don't see why it's so difficult to just add a fucking tutorial to your game. This is really irritating, like harvesting and then you have to wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 seconds, and then you can harvest again. You can harvest maybe 10 seconds, and then you have to wait again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you can harvest about 10 seconds again. Like, you can literally harvest about half of the time. So if you spend 10 seconds harvesting, you have to wait 5 seconds. Harvest 10 seconds, wait 5 seconds. Harvest 10 seconds, wait 5 seconds. Like, how is that a fun system? It just makes the game obtuse. Like, just fucking allow the player to harvest what the fuck they want. Don't limit the player to only harvesting 50% of the time. Like, seriously, low health, eat some food. Well, I haven't gotten a tooltip or anything like that regarding that, so what do you want me to do? Should I eat fucking rocks? Should I eat metal? Should I eat the copper wire that I've created? Like, seriously. If you look over here, any food or anything? Nope. Surprise, surprise, there's no food. So I guess we need to eat rocks. Probably the developers intend you to eat rocks. We're just gonna create a bunch of cement. And then we also need iron plates. Oh, and the game only allows you to craft one thing at a time. So if you queue up 10 pieces of cement and then choose to craft a copper ingot, for instance, it cancels all of your cement queues. So like there, 6, and then boom, gone, everything gone. So that's also really fucking stupid. You cannot queue multiple crafts in a row. That's really, really idiotic. Like, it seems these developers are trying to make the game more obtuse. Like, why would you not add a crafting queue to the game? It seems so obtuse to not allow the player to I have a crafting queue. Okay, and then we can put the electrical panel over here. Not enough iron plate. Oh, I used up all of my iron plates, of course. Now I can't craft more. I need more iron. Yeah, health critical. I don't care. I can't eat rocks. You don't allow me to eat rocks, so I'm just gonna die, and then I guess we're gonna find out what happens when you die in the game. Okay, nothing is happening. Okay, so either it takes a very long time to harvest basalt, or that's another glitch. Which one do you guys think it is? Another glitch, or it just takes a very long time to harvest basalt? I'm gonna go with another glitch. That's the 4th glitch that we've seen already in 40 minutes. That's pretty impressive. We're averaging... Okay, I can't do anything. I guess we're dying. We're averaging about a glitch per 10 minutes. Pretty impressive. Can we get that one? Apparently not. So we died. Not sure. Did we respawn in our base or what? I'm not sure. Just getting some iron. Why can't I harvest that one? It seems the game is voxel based. Is it? Oh, that's pretty cool. The game is voxel based. I like voxel based games. I really like voxel based games. I can't harvest this one either. That's another glitch. And that's 5 glitches already. Okay, so we probably want to put a mine over there, mine over there. Oh, that's a large iron deposit. Can I mine it? I need more powerful. Yes, I've literally harvested all of the ground resources in my area. The glass wall, the invisible wall over here isn't allowing me to go any more forwards. I can't harvest that one. I've harvested everything within range. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we literally respawned literally over here. Okay, so I guess when you die, you just respawn literally where you were standing, I guess. I mean, it didn't even kick us out of the drone thing, you know? So, yeah, it doesn't even kick you out of the drone thing. Okay, let's place that one. And then what does this do? We can't interact with it at all. Okay. You can extend your base by placing other living compartments side by side. Well, I don't have living compartments. I have base compartments, but I don't have living compartments. So I don't know what you're talking about. Our second tutorial pop-up in 40 minutes. That's 20 minutes per tutorial pop-up. Can you believe that? Crafting some complex items. Before you can create more advanced machines, you'll need some new equipment. Okay, what the fuck did I learn about this? Like, what are you teaching me over here? You're telling me, by the way, you need to craft more complex equipment. Before you can create those, you'll need new equipment. Like, fantastic. Best fucking tutorial pop-up I've ever seen in a game. Really, really fantastic. Oh, we have a light. Did we have a light before? We have a light now. Like a headlamp or something. I don't think we had one previously. Maybe dying allowed us to get a light for some reason. Okay, let's see. So I obviously need a lot of iron. So I think if you can craft a miner and put it on that other iron deposit, that will be pretty nice. Okay, so we need 3 iron plates. So we don't have any more. And we harvested all of the resources within range. So we're gonna have to move and then harvest all of the iron that we can. We're probably gonna die due to the temperature, but I mean, what can we do about that, really? We have to move to a different location because that location is all mined out already. I guess we can maybe stand here. Why is the light shining behind the character instead of in front of the character? That's another glitch. Glitch number 6. If I knew that the game was voxel based, I might have dug a hole to put our base inside of. That would have been pretty cool. I'm gonna ignore my oxygen because I want to see what happens if we die while standing outside of the base. Do we respawn where we stand? Do we respawn inside our base? Do we respawn at the ship? And we are dead. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we aren't kicked out again. And then, oh, we respawn literally at the door of our base. Okay. Okay, so we have some iron now. Enough to craft a miner. Okay, then I guess we run over there. We need iron. We need a lot of iron. So we're gonna place our first miner on the iron. There. I have no idea how it works. I'm just gonna have to basically place it randomly. I mean, it allows you to place it anywhere. Doesn't allow you to place it when not on top of a resource, but as soon as you get on top of a resource, it allows you to place it. So I don't know, to be honest. I don't know how it works, don't know how it functions. Let's place it there, I guess. It just starts working automatically. You don't need to give it electricity or nothing like that. And then 30 per minute, so that's 1 per 2 seconds. That's pretty nice, actually. That's a nice speed. These miners actually remind me of the miners from Satisfactory, like the manual miners that the auto drills. I believe it's called an auto drill in Satisfactory. I haven't played Satisfactory in a while, but it reminds me of those. Basically, the thing sits there, it mines, but you need to take the resources out of the thing's inventory constantly. And you also can't attach a conveyor belt to it. You literally have to open the inventory if you want the resources. I still can't harvest that one. Okay, can we pick up the resources? Oh, we can actually pick up the resources with Oh, and the maximum is 20. Holy shit, so this thing fills up in less than a minute. It basically fills up in like 40 seconds. Then it's maxed out. Then you can't have any more. Wow, that's dog shit. What the fuck? How did I get kicked out of the thing while I'm interact with that? That's another glitch, definitely. Glitch number 7. Like, how does that make any sense? You can fly your drone, you can interact with something as your drone, and the stuff that you pick up with your drone goes into your inventory immediately with no delay. Like, how does that make any sense? Okay, so what do we want to do? So use the build menu to place a plant grower in your base. It's essential for sustainability. Let's see, Q power. I don't know what this does. Power production 7 megawatt. Iron rods. We need a couple of iron rods, but we don't have a power requirement currently, so I don't care. Plant grower. Okay, must be placed inside a living compartment. Well, I don't have a living compartment, so I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just going to place it inside my base compartment, because that is all that I have. I don't have a living compartment. Let's put it... Well, this wall is useless, so we can pretty much place it like here. Let's build 2 of them. I don't know, to be honest. Producing organic, 6 per minute. And then what do you do with that? What can you do with it? Organic. Can I eat it? What's this? Equipment. Okay, so I can equip a plant, apparently. Can I equip a rock? Oh, yeah, I can equip a rock, apparently. I can turn into the Thing from Fantastic Four. Okay, and then the next thing is build an assembly bench. It allows you to craft advanced parts, machines, and items. Assembly bench. Gear and cable. 2 gears, 2 cables. I need 6 iron rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we need more iron. We don't have. So we have to go pick up again. Once again, I have no problem with exploiting glitches, so we can just do this. It's much quicker than running over there. Do that, and thank you very much. And then my drone disappears, but I can still loot the thing through the drone interface. So that is glitch number 8. That's pretty nice. We can exploit glitches like a motherfucker. I wonder, can you open your crafting menu from here? No. I'm pressing Q. You can't open it while having this one open. It's really stupid that it only stores 20. That's really, really idiotic. Craft a shitload of those. And then 1 more, and then 2 gears. And then what was the other thing that we required? Food can. Oh, so that's the food then. What was the other thing that we needed? Cable. 2 cables. Okay, assembly bench. Rotate, rotate, rotate. You can literally hear me. That's how many fucking times you have to press R just to rotate something. Super fantastic. Okay, assembly bench. What are we supposed to do here? Circuit board, gold wiring, sensor array, osmium drill, gear assembly, computer, fast rotor, O2 tank. Oh, we want that definitely. Standard battery. Okay, so 3 copper plates. We want 3 copper plates. 1, 2, 3. We can craft all of those as well. Oxygen tank. Okay, now we've got 70% more oxygen. That's nice. So we will die in 2 minutes instead of in 1 minute. Isn't that fantastic? Okay, another thing that I just noticed, which is really stupid, is you have to stand at the workbench to craft stuff. So if I queue up a whole bunch of these and then move away from the workbench, it fails. It just, everything stops and it fails. So that's really fucking stupid. Okay, so these ones, you're supposed to take the food. I just figured out you can press shift and click to take stuff, by the way. You can take those and then make the food cans. Let's make a bunch of them. And now we have to stand here. We have to finger our arsehole or do whatever because we can't move away from this workbench. For about 20 seconds now, we can't move away from the workbench. Isn't that fantastic? Super fun gameplay, just standing here for 20 seconds. And then I guess we put this on our bar. Let's make that number 2 because it's pretty important. And then what, do we just click? Okay, no animation at all. Isn't that fantastic? So you just click, just like that. No animation in the slightest. And why would the developers want to bother with a silly little thing like animations? What game in 2024 has animations? Nobody bothers with animations anymore. Powering advanced machines. More advanced machines will require a lot of electricity. Each power source, such as a wind turbine, is automatically connected to a local network that powers nearby machines. So basically, what are you telling me? I should build a wind turbine. So why don't you just say build a wind turbine? Why do I need to read all of this dog shit text? Just tell me, hey, build a wind turbine. So that's the 3rd tutorial pop-up that we've gotten in 53 minutes. So wind turbine. So you press Q, wind turbine. That uses 5 iron plates and 4 rods. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, shit, I can't do that. Of course I can't. What was I thinking? You can't queue up multiple things, so you literally have to wait for the previous ones to finish. Okay, wind turbine. Where can we place that? Outside, I'm assuming? Okay. It's pretty big. It doesn't matter where you place it. So I'm just gonna place it in a place where it won't really bother me. But like we can place it inside the poisonous gas because that really won't bother me. I don't want to take up building space which I might use or need in the future. So we're gonna place it in a place where I don't give 2 shits about. Okay, you can even clip them through each other like that, which is not good. You shouldn't be able to do that, but then anyway, I will just space them apart a little bit for my own OCD reasons. But technically you could place them literally like that, like almost literally on top of each other, which doesn't make any sense. Anyway, produces 7 megawatt. Okay. So this game actually uses the same electricity connection system as Planet Crafters does. You don't need to connect stuff, you don't need wires, you don't need anything like that. You literally just place your power generators and they power everything on the entire planet. So that's nice. I like that type of thing because let's face it, wires and exchanges and telephone pole things, all of those are just there to make the game more obtuse. So I mean, think about a game like Satisfactory where you have to connect everything with a power source, with a power line. I mean, that is quite obtuse. It takes up quite a lot of time. So yeah, I don't mind not having to do that. It just makes the game more obtuse if you have to do that, in my opinion. Once again, this one is filled after 40 seconds, which is insane. Come on, come on, come on. Jump, jump, jump. And then what else do we need? To gather all the necessary resources, automation will be necessary. Create an advanced miner. How do you do that? Advanced miner. Conveyors. Oh, so the game has conveyor belts. I did not know that. Place it near a large ore deposit to start mining. So we need 4 gears, 6 rods. Oh, we're gonna need a shitload of iron. Like hundreds of iron. So we can do this little exploit again. Why would I want to go run over there when I can literally just do this? But now, once again, due to the game's mechanics, the player is forced to just stand around fingering his asshole for 40 seconds while the resources is generated. And then once it's filled, you take the resources and then another 40 seconds of asshole fingering begins. Super fun, super engaging gameplay we have right here. Okay, 40 seconds of asshole fingering and then boom, and then another 40 seconds. So yeah, you're gonna do a lot of asshole fingering in this game while you wait for your energy to regenerate. Obviously, we've already worked out about, I would say, 40 to 35% of the time that you are harvesting resources with the drone or with your laser, you are just standing around. So you're basically 30 to 40% of the gameplay of the game is spent just standing around waiting for your energy to regenerate, which is really fucking stupid. I mean, 40% of the time spent harvesting resources with the drone or your laser, you're just standing there doing nothing. So in an hour of manual harvesting, basically around 20 to 25 minutes of that time, of that hour, is spent doing fuck all, fingering your asshole. Like, how is that fun? How is that a logical way to design a game? out of an hour of harvesting resources, 20 to 25 minutes is just standing around doing fuck all. So basically, this is one of those games where you should be probably watching some anime or watching a movie or listening to a podcast while playing the game, because a lot of the time it's just downtime. You're just standing around doing nothing. Like, that's really, really stupid. It is certainly not anywhere close to as action-packed as Satisfactory or Planet Crafter or anything like that, you know, because in those games there's not downtime like that really. Like, you pretty much constantly have something to do. While you're harvesting resources, you have other stuff to do. And while harvesting resources, you don't need to stand around for 40 to 45% of the time just doing fuck all, you know? Those two games certainly value the player's time a lot more, I can tell you that much. Okay, so we need a bunch of rods as well. Let's make around 10 of them. Okay, and then we need 4 gears. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need 6 rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we have it. We can make an advanced miner. But then we're also gonna need conveyor belts. So how do you get conveyor belts? What's this? Transforms raw iron and copper ore into ingots. Rocks into cement. Okay, we have enough iron plates to do... Holy shit, this thing is big. That's what she said. Oh, and it has an input for a conveyor belt as well. So perhaps we should take the raw input from the miner and feed it in here. Perhaps we should do that. I still want to see, where's the conveyor belts? Conveyor. Holy shit, 10 iron plates. Doors. Oh no, that's a container. Okay, that's a container. So basically the same container as you get in Satisfactory, basically. And then where's the conveyors? I'm not seeing conveyors anywhere. Where are you supposed to find conveyors? Where the hell? There's no conveyors anywhere. So, what the fuck? How are you supposed to transport resources? Fucking stupid. Once again, click, 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 or at least not click, tap. We have to empty these every 5 minutes or so. So that will be our food. So I don't know how we're gonna move resources. The game doesn't allow you to move resources. They said there's something about conveyor belts, but I don't have conveyor belts. So we can pretty much get rid of this manual one, I think. Even though I don't know how to deconstruct something. That's another mystery that we will have to sort out ourselves. Fucking spider just walked on me. Go away, spider. I'm playing a buggy game. I don't need literal bugs crawling on me. So I don't know where the output is, perhaps. What is that? Yeah, that's the output, okay. So we should point the output pretty much in that direction, pretty much. But I don't want to block that one, but it seems it should maybe be okay. Let's rotate. Fucking hell, the fact that you can only rotate in one direction is really idiotic. Let's try that, I guess. Okay, now we get the conveyor belt. That's fucking stupid. Only now we unlock the conveyor belt. Holy shit, 120 per minute. Okay, that's a lot more. So this one we can get rid of. Dismantle X. Boom. Okay. What did it cost in the first place? Oh, okay, so you do get all of your resources back. That's nice. I like that. Oh, high temperatures. As soon as we get up there, we get high temperatures. And then let's see. So conveyor belts that are now magically unlocked. Iron plate. Okay, so we're gonna need a lot of iron plates. So there. I'm just figuring all of this shit out on my own, by the way. We aren't being told anything regarding this stuff. I'm gonna run out of oxygen very quickly. Jump, 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 jump. Okay, the thing clips like a motherfucker, but okay. It looks like we can't do much about that. Oh no, it doesn't clip auto. Okay, so it gets contoured basically after you place it. So even though it might look like it's going through the terrain, once you actually place it, then it gets contoured to the environment, basically, which isn't good. I want to, if I'm placing something, I want to see how it's going to look before placing it, whereas this game doesn't allow you to do that. It only shows you how it's actually going to look after you've placed it. Like, you have to place it, and then, like, heaven forbid you're not happy with how it looks, because then you have to delete it and redo it. Those are your only options. Okay, so this one will take 10 plates, and then we also want to do a smelter, which will take 5 plates. So that means I can use 2 plates or whatever else. So let's quickly do our little robot hack over here. $120 per minute. That's actually exactly the same as in Satisfactory. The fact that the thing can fill up after 30 seconds is not very good. Literally 30 seconds, then it's completely filled up. The inventory of these things should be bigger, in my opinion. Okay, so we've got enough of those. Then once again, we craft a bunch of stuff, stand around, finger our arsehole for a while. Fun, fun, fun. We can't do anything else while doing this. You can't even click and hold to craft like a bunch of them. You can't even click and hold. You have to click, 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 click. That's really stupid as well. I am happy with that. Let's eat some food. Okay, and then we want the smelter, the forge, whatever it's called. Forge, the input and output. The conveyor belt we want. No, go away. There. Okay, it clearly clips through the bottom, but anyway, we're not going to complain too much about that. And then this one is now busy making stuff. Oh, and it uses 1 iron for 1, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio instead of how we do it manually. It's a 2-to-1 ratio, so that's interesting. Oh, we get our third. Is this the third one? The third pop-up? It might be the fourth one. Transform the planet. The atmosphere has very low percentage of oxygen. Introduce some vegetation to create a sustainable source of oxygen. So this is where the Planet Crafter type gameplay comes in. So far, we've just been playing Satisfactory, basically, a very buggy version of Satisfactory. But now we can actually start doing some planet crafting. 27. That's interesting, and then it has a lot of additional inputs and outputs as well. We might want to do that. Iron beam, 4 iron beams. Let's see. So that requires 20 iron rods. Basically craft all of these. So as you see there, to craft a iron ingot using the workbench, you require 2 iron per iron ingot, whereas if you do it through the forge, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So that is something that should be noted. So we need that iron. Seriously, the fact that you have to click for each and every fucking one. So irritating. And then we can build a big container. Let's put it over there. So yeah, those are inputs, and then those are outputs. So this one has 2 inputs, 2 outputs. A little bit into the ground, but it shouldn't be the end of the world. We should still be able to connect it. So far, the conveyor belt system and the placement system is pretty forgiving. It's very forgiving. So okay, so now we have a constant source of iron ingots. So that's one thing that we don't need to worry about anymore. We still need to worry about fucking crafting the things, actually. Wasting time just standing around. But at least we have one headache out of the way. We don't need to smelt iron ingots anymore. I'm gonna want to craft more of those. And then use the build menu to create a water purifier. It must be placed in a toxic lake. Well, that's something that I haven't encountered yet. Also, why do these stack up to 20, but these in here only stack up to 10? That's really stupid. Okay, so I'm not gonna do the water purifier. I'm not gonna think about that right now. We want to basically get a quartz mine up and running. What was the other one? Cobalt. We want the cobalt. We want the osmium, sulfur, all of these different ones. We want mines up and running for them, like that one over there. Hey, the game is a day-night cycle. That's the first time that I've realized that. Okay, so let me just think. What's there that we can craft, which is interesting? Antenna. Okay, well, that doesn't seem to do anything. Battery cell doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, none of these actually do anything. This one does something. Circuit board. Copper plate, silica. Can I equip more of these, perhaps? That would actually be nice if we could equip more of these. Because the oxygen right now is a pain in the nutsack. Oh, we can equip more of these. Okay. Yet another thing which they don't tell you, but anyway. You just have to figure out a shitload of stuff in this game on your own. Map. Oh, the game has a map. Can you believe that? The game actually has a fucking map. I don't like the zooming in. The zooming in is idiotic, but anyway. What's that over there? That looks like some kind of a structure, perhaps. So we should head over there. I like the fact that it shows you your conveyor belts and it shows you the deposits which you've already seen. That's nice. I like the map. That's a good fucking map. The quartz and then cobalt. So we need 2 auto miners and then 2 double containers and then 2 forges. So let's see. So that means we need 8 gears. Which means we need a shitload rods, which means we need a shitload iron ingots. Can I pick up stuff with my drone, I wonder? Holy shit, you can... Hey! You can literally from this distance interact with the conveyor belt. That's, I don't know if that is intended, but it's nice. I can literally just go like boom, boom, boom. That's nice. I like that. Okay, now my inventory is full. Got a lot of rocks. I should probably turn those into cement. I don't think there's anything else that you can do with rocks, really. So pretty much all of the rocks are gonna become cement. Okay. And then we need a lot of rods. This crafting is really wasting a lot of time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've got 8. Got enough rods, we've got enough plates, we've got enough cement. Then for that, we've got enough. What's this? Transforms a crafting part into the selected recipe result with support of converge. What the fuck does that even mean? Transforms a crafting part into the selected recipe result. That is not even English. Like, that's barely fucking English. And that's coming from someone who doesn't even speak English as a native fucking language. Okay, so we have 2 of those, we have 2 of those. We're gonna need 2 of these. So iron beam, we need 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are really expensive, so we need a lot more iron rods. Really fun just standing around doing nothing. One, 2, 3, 4. So we need a lot of iron plates. Circuit board. We need 2 circuit boards, which means we need copper plates and silica. Okay, so I can build one of those. Perhaps I can make plates. Iron plates. I think that'll be nice. Yeah, we can make iron plates. Okay, recipes. Iron plates. Should be fine. And then this one will fill up. I'm not sure with how much it will fill up. But anyway, and then a copper mine. We actually need a copper mine. Where the hell am I gonna find that? Haven't found a copper mine yet. So that's quartz. What's that over there? Rock. Iron. Okay, we don't need iron. There's a cave over here. Diamond. Okay, that's all. Even inside the cave, the temperature is too hot, so it looks like being inside a cave doesn't even protect you from temperature. My smart idea of building my base underground isn't probably gonna work. So other than that cave, I don't really see anything else. But we need to look for a copper. Actually, it's better if you fly, so we can literally stand here and then use the drone, because the drone is faster. Oh yeah, but of course the drone is limited. So that's iron, that's iron. I'm really not seeing any other mine. Something over there. There's a mine there which I don't recognize. Perhaps it could be copper. There's a lot of iron mines. There's another one over there. Okay, so let's run over there to the rear where I saw that one. The one that looks unfamiliar. That's another iron. That's probably also another iron. This looks like sulfur. Yes. Quartz. I don't know how you mark them on the map. They do get marked automatically, but I don't know how close to something you have to get in order to mark it. So we just need to keep an eye on that, because obviously you want to have all of the nearby mines marked for the future. Large basalt. Okay, these ones aren't being marked for some reason. Graphite. Basalt graphite. Okay, interesting. No, I don't want to place a marker. What's that? Copper. Ah, there we go. Exactly what we want. Wow, can you even put it like this high? Ouchies. Why does the thing curve automatically? Like, that's unnecessary. The curve is completely unnecessary. Okay, and apparently physics doesn't exist in this game. Fuck physics, I guess. Like, physics, never heard of it. Okay, so at least we've got copper sorted. So we want to forge. You can even build with your drone. That's really nice. I didn't know that. Well, obviously I didn't know that because the game doesn't have a tutorial. But anyway. So we can place it like... there, and then there into there. Oh, now we need iron plates. Go. And then we get taken out of the drone interface again for some reason. So that will make copper ingots. And then from there... we could make some parts. Even though I probably want to make like rods or something like that instead. Even though we're already making all of the possible, for the most part, stuff here. Because you need to remember that this thing outputs 60 per minute. So if you want to create, if you want to put down 2 part producers, you're gonna need quite a lot more than 60 per minute going into the part producer. So that's gonna be an issue. Actually, it would be pretty nice, in fact we're gonna do that, I think, to... oh no, we can't. Yeah, to put down, like, we need a double container over here. And then from the double container, you can put down 2 forges going into the 1 container. But we need a splitter for that. Splitter. I saw the splitter. Here, conveyor splitter. So we need 2 circuit boards. Anything that I don't need currently, we can just basically put in here. Like sulfur and that kind of stuff I don't have a use for right now. Diamonds I certainly don't have a use for. That container is big enough to take quite a lot of stuff. Okay, and then need a lot of copper plates. Pretty much all of it. Okay, now because the miner outputs 120, we can put down 2 forges over here. And then the 2 forges go in there. Because that's 60 per minute. Oh, for fuck's sake. And the advanced miner is 120. Although the conveyor belt, here's the catch, the conveyor belt is only 60. So that's an issue. You're limited by the conveyor belt. The miner outputs 120. The conveyor belt can only carry 60. And then over here, 60. Over here doesn't matter. And then over here, this one actually uses 120 per minute, but it's not getting 120 per minute because it's only provided with 60 per minute. So the conveyor belt is an issue. We need to get a better conveyor belt, but yeah, we don't have access to that currently. I guess I can put the container here. Oh, I need iron beams for that. Over here, I want to put one of these. We can put down a splitter first. Refiner refines ore, rare ores such as cobalt and uranium, and makes basalt concrete. But that uses water as well. For this we need 4 gears, 2 beams. Once again, standing around, not doing anything. So what did we say we want this one to do? Lights. We can also make it make cable if we want to. Okay, so that one is going to make copper plates, and the other one makes iron plates. Oh, you can rotate with a mouse wheel as well. That's the first time I've seen that. Okay, so we want to... We could put it like this and then store copper plates and iron plates in there. But that's not good. You shouldn't usually mix your storages in these types of games. Okay, so that'll take the lights. Okay, what else? Iron rods. I do need a lot of bloody iron rods. Iron rods are a pain in the nutsack. So we need 4 gears, 2 beams. So fun just standing around, not doing anything. Why does it not take from the smaller pile? Like, why do I have 2 different piles? It should have used this pile instead of this pile. Now my inventory is technically full. Okay, now that one will make iron rods. Because clearly we need quite a lot of those. So that will save us a lot of time as well. How do you output these? Like, I saw the assembler can create food from the plants, but how do you do that automatically? Okay, so what's our next objective really? Obviously, like I said, we're gonna ignore the water purifier thing for right now because we don't have a lake. I've searched quite a bit and I don't see a lake anywhere. So we pretty much just have to ignore that and figure out where we want to go next on our own. A cement assembly line perhaps is something that we can consider doing with rocks. I want more oxygen, to be honest. I want another oxygen one. So quartz, I think, do we have quartz? Did I put some quartz over there? Yes, we have some. How do I take only one piece out? That's another thing the game hasn't told us about. How do you take out one piece? Yeah, I've got no idea how to only take out one piece. Oxygen is a real bloody issue because the fact that you die after a minute at the beginning of the game is really, like, crazy. Raid analysis radar. Scans for large iron, copper, quartz, cobalt deposits within a radius of 1.5 kilometers. Antenna, rotor, circuit board, antenna, rotor. That doesn't seem too expensive. Rotor, antenna, rods, rubber belt, cable, rubber belt, organic, rubber. Oh, we can make rubber from organic. That's interesting. Okay, we will definitely do that. Definitely. Look at that. Why does it stack it 1410? That doesn't make any sense. Why would it stack it 1410? And then 2 cables. Waiting, super fun. Super fun. Okay, so that one we can create, and then antenna, which we need rods for, which we do have over there. I just want to empty my inventory a little bit because I've got too much shit in my inventory right now. Yeah, we can't even really empty it because there's no space here. We need more storage. Silica. We're gonna need a lot of silica. Okay, so we can build the radar. We also need to remember our power. I can't see our power output currently, but we're definitely gonna need power pretty soon because we've been pretty frivolous with the amount of buildings that we've done. Actually, I can build it with my drone. Okay, so that should automatically... Yes, it does it automatically. So that's pretty nice. Come on, map. So you can see it basically... It's a pretty bloody large radius, you know, that it reveals. So is there anything interesting? Sulfur, quartz, copper, cobalt, quartz, copper. I don't really see anything new. I mean, that can't be all of the resources in the game, can it? Unless it literally only highlights those 4 different resources. Which I guess is technically possible. By the way, is that the toxic lake? That can't be the toxic lake, correct? Toxic lake would be made out of water. That's not water, that's poison air. Like sulfurous air or something like that. Correct? Even though, once again, I'm just assuming. You have to do a lot of assumption in this game. Let's eat this one. And then... what do we want to do next? The inventory feels a little bit small. I hope that you can increase your inventory somehow. Eventually. So this I can create a lot of rubber. Need a lot of space. What can I do with the plates? I mean, I can build stuff. Oh yeah, we need power. That's actually something that I can do. I can't build that far, but I do want to build it in there. Even though there's so much space, I don't really need to be so cautious with the amount of space that I use up. We do have a lot of space. We also need a silica, or at least a quartz. I think there was a quartz one over here, correct? Yes, this one is quartz. We actually do need a lot of quartz. But then we need gears. So let's quickly first sort out our electricity. Don't want to struggle with electricity. And that should be fine. You see, like this place really is just like poison. It's not like a lake, it's poison. Air. So it's not a lake. So I don't think this is the one that they mean when they say toxic lake. I mean, we could try it, but it's not gonna be that one. It can't be that one because it doesn't make sense. I need another 2 routers, 1 antenna, 4 filters. What's our power output now? 120. Okay, that should be quite a lot. We are only demanding about 18 megawatt currently, so fine. And then I want to set up this quartz mine over here, and then we will use that to get quartz and silica, because silica is used for some pretty important stuff like circuit boards. Yeah, that one is actually filled up. That one is filled up with plates. Take the plates and take the rods as well. Okay, so I want to build a miner, so that will be 4 gears, 6 rods. You see how it makes the thing? Why is there 1 there and then 16 there? Like the game's inventory management system is not good. What's this stuff? Exterior lamp, beacon, solar panel, but obviously that will not make light. It will not make power during the night, so we don't want that. And cobalt ore is actually rare. Okay, so what we want? What's all of this shit? Window, door, kitchen. Kitchen. Can replace. Oh, but that's work in progress, so it probably won't do anything if it says work in progress. We want one of those. We need more iron beams. We need more gears. Look at that shit. 1 rod, 7 rods. Like, what is going on with this game's inventory system? It should look like that. Not 1 rod, 7 rods. Like, really, this game has some real issues with just general optimization. There's a lot of things in the game that don't work logically. Really fucking irritating. Okay, so we can make a forge, we can make a miner. Storages, we need to be able to make at least 2 storages. For that we need more iron beams. Okay, and then, yeah, we go for the quartz over here. And then from that we can put the assembler. I believe the assemblers can make silica. Can you make silica? No. So how do you get silica? In a forge? Yes, in a forge. Okay. Now we will get basically infinite quartz, because you do use quartz for some of the recipes, and then also silica, obviously, which is necessary for circuit boards. We have copper, which is also used for circuit boards as far as I can remember. And also expand the base a little bit. We also need cement, which you get from rocks. I'm not sure if you can set up a rock miner, actually. Oh, now we need actually... We used up too much cement, which means we used up too much rocks. Can we disassemble? Wow, this assembly animation actually looks very, very, very similar to the one in Planet Crafters. It looks very, very similar, which I wonder why that is. The chances of the disassembly animation looking that similar in two different games, yeah, the chances of that is low. Let me just say that. There, and then I don't really think it's really necessary to set up a second container, like one container there and then one container for the cement. I think we can get away with just having one container and nothing else. And plates. Fortunately, now we've gotten to a point where we can do a lot less manual crafting. We just really need to craft the bigger stuff manually, you know? So that's pretty nice. Once you get to a point where you don't need to do most of the hard work anymore, that's really cool. Okay, we need cement to make this, so I'm probably gonna disassemble these as well. This animation right here is literally the animation that you get in Planet Crafters, except the one in Planet Crafters is blue instead of red. So that's honestly very strange that two different games use basically the same animation. Do I have to select the recipe or will it do it itself? Okay, it does it itself at least. So it chooses the only recipe that it can really do, which is obviously cement, and then it does it automatically. So that's pretty nice, at least. A little bit of logic built into the system there. And then we put down a container too. There we go. Now we have constant cement. We have constant silica. We have constant iron ingots, constant rods, plates, iron plates, and copper plates and copper ingots. Those are the basic building blocks for the majority of the stuff that I've seen in the game so far. You can create pretty much anything using those. So want a bunch of rubber, because rubber is gonna be very important, I think. So yeah, guys, I think I've played enough of the game to make my decision on the game. The game doesn't have a tutorial, which is not good. I was able to play the game relatively well without any real issues, because I play a lot of games, and this game is I wouldn't say a copy of many other games, but it does use many of the same mechanics and controls and logical stuff that you find in games like Satisfactory and Planet Crafters as well. I would honestly categorize this game as if Planet Crafters and Satisfactory had a baby. But it's a really glitchy baby. I think we found about eight glitches in the game, so the game is glitchy. But really, at the end of the day, I don't mind glitches as long as the game is playable, as long as there aren't any game-breaking glitches, because game-breaking glitches is really unacceptable. You know, then the game wouldn't be worth playing at all. You know, if you can't progress, if there's a glitch that stops your progress, then I wouldn't recommend it a game at all. So we found a couple of glitches that like don't allow you to harvest certain resources, stuff like that. But I mean, there's plenty of other resources So it's not really the end of the world that you can't harvest that specific resource, you know? So, yeah, the game is glitchy, but honestly, if the glitches don't really affect the enjoyability and the playability of the game, then I will still recommend the game, you know? But yeah, so the game has glitches. The game doesn't have a tutorial at all. Literally no tutorial. It has shitty little quest pop-ups at the top left, and then once you go through those step by step, then it will give you the next quest pop-up. But that's not a tutorial. Those are quests, literal quests. And as you do those, you unlock more buildings. And I'm not a fan of that. I don't like it that I have to do that specific quest, like you have to specifically place a advanced miner down in the game before you unlock the conveyor belt. So that's really, really stupid. What if you wanted to just play the entire game with the default miner? What then? Then you will never unlock the conveyor belt. So that's not good. That's not a good way of doing the progression. The progression should not be locked behind doing a specific quest. That is not a good way of doing the progression. Otherwise than that, the game runs fine, even though I have a pretty good computer and it's currently being rendered at 4K resolution, and there is no alternative. The game doesn't allow you to change the resolution at all. So you can switch over to windowed mode and then change the resolution. The game does allow you to change the resolution if you're playing on windowed mode. I don't play games on exclusive full screen, so I just ignore that. But if you play the game on windowed mode, then change the resolution, but then you're playing in a window. So then you need another program like this one over here, which is lossless scaling. That's a program's name, lossless scaling. And this program, it's available on Steam. I can't remember what I paid for it. It was a long time ago, but this program can then make a window large. So it enlarges and stretches a window so that it looks like you're playing the game in windowed full screen. So that is the only real way that you are able to change the resolution in the game. But otherwise than this, you cannot play the game at a custom resolution like 1080p or 2K resolution, or even stretched window. You can't play it if you have a widescreen display. You can't play it on those resolutions at all if you don't have this. The game does not allow you to change your resolution. And also when you alt tab, the game goes black. So you can see there, the game goes black for a second. So the game has various different issues with relation to the rendering of the game, the graphical options in the game, that kind of stuff. Now, the game is still playable. You can still play the game, but if your computer isn't able to render the game at 4K resolution or whatever your desktop resolution is. My desktop resolution is 4K resolution, so that is why the game is currently being rendered at 4K resolution. If I don't want the game to be rendered on 4K resolution, my only two options are putting the game to windowed mode and then changing the resolution. But then you would be playing in a fucking window, and who wants to play in a window? And then the other option would be changing your desktop resolution in Nvidia or whatever program you use, changing your desktop resolution, and then the game, restarting the game, and then the game will be rendered at that resolution. So whatever, 2K or 1080p or whatever your desktop resolution is. So yeah, basically it's not good. A $20 game, you should be able to change your resolution, or at least resolution scaling. The game should have resolution scaling, either native resolution scaling or Nvidia DLSS, Intel XeSS, or AMD FSR. The game doesn't have any of those options. So as far as graphical options go and graphical compatibility goes, the game is fucking abysmal when it comes to that. So I'm able to play the game at 4K resolution because I have a RTX 3080, and right now the game is actually pulling 310 watts of power usage. So it's really quite pulling a lot. 310 watts of power usage is quite a lot of power. So you need quite a lot of power to run the game at 4K resolution. And there's nothing that you can do in the settings which can reduce that. I mean, you can reduce the quality, I guess. Let's see what happens. How much power does the game pull then? Okay, the game just froze. Apply. Okay, it looks the same, unless I'm a moron. It looks the same, and the game is still pulling 310 watts of power usage. So that didn't do anything. It says low, but I mean, look at the game. Am I stupid? I don't see anything changing, and my graphics card is still telling me it's still pulling 310 watts of power. So I don't know, that I don't think that did anything. Look at that. Even on high, the game still looks exactly the same, and the game is still pulling 310 watts of power usage. So okay, the video settings don't do anything either. So you can't change your resolution, you can't change the game quality either. Super fantastic for a $20 game. So it's really bad with regards to the display options, the resolution options, the quality of life features. You can't even change your resolution. I mean, that's really, really shitty. But is the game playable? Yes, the game is playable. You know, if you can get the game to not lag on your computer, then the game is playable. Absolutely. Like I said, there's glitches, but it doesn't really impact the enjoyability that you can get out of the game. The game doesn't have a tutorial, but you can learn the game. You can definitely learn the game. So at the end of the day, I would say the game is worth $20. $20 is okay. It's not terrible. The game is not as fun as Planet Crafters or Satisfactory, I will say that much. It is a combination of Planet Crafters and Satisfactory, and I think Planet Crafters is around $25. Satisfactory, I'm not sure, I think is probably also around that price. So this game is $5 cheaper, but it's not as good as those two games. So honestly, I wouldn't recommend this game if you have the money. If you only have $20 or $25, I would rather suggest buying Planet Crafters first. Planet Crafters is, in my opinion, better than Satisfactory. And then if you have played through Planet Crafters, which you can get a good probably 200 hours of gameplay out of, then you can play Satisfactory after that. If you've played and finished Satisfactory, then you can consider buying this game. I would not buy and play this game if I only had $20, and if I had to choose between Satisfactory or Planet Crafters, I would not buy this game. But since I have played both of those games, I know how they are, and this game is simply not as good as those two games. I can't really see any way that this game is better than those two games, either of those two games. I can't really see that it's better with any of the stuff. The graphics isn't better, the gameplay isn't better, gameplay is buggy. The automation isn't as good as the automation is in Satisfactory. And even though I haven't gotten to the terraforming part of the game yet, I am very, very impressed by the terraforming in Planet Crafters. So I would wager that this game's terraforming won't be as good as Planet Crafters terraforming. But that is beside the point, because Planet Crafters isn't just a terraforming game. There's a lot of other stuff that you can also do in the game, and that game is simply more fun than this game currently is. So yeah, I can recommend this game for $20. I think it's worth $20 currently, even with all of the glitches, even with the fact that the game doesn't have a tutorial. You can't change your graphical options, you can't change your resolution, it's buggy, all of that kind of stuff. I think it's worth $20, but it's not better than Satisfactory, and it's certainly not better than Planet Crafters. So you can place the game on your wish list if you want to check the game out in a year or two. Maybe the game has more to offer then, but like I said, I evaluate the game based on what it is currently, based on what it offers currently. And I would say currently the game is worthwhile, and the game is currently worth $20. There's a couple of things that I've seen that are work in progress. Like we saw here, a couple of things that you can build, like this one, work in progress. So the game's kitchen either is work in progress or doesn't function at all. You will certainly find more things like that. The game apparently has vehicles, but I haven't unlocked any vehicles. So yeah, but honestly, currently I think you will be able to get several dozen hours of gameplay out of the game. And yeah, I think the game is worth $20 right now, but it's not anywhere close to as good as Satisfactory or Planet Crafters. But we will see what the future holds for this game. Perhaps eventually it can be better than Planet Crafter or Satisfactory. Well, we will have to see. But right now, at the very least, it is a game that I can recommend to you guys. So, yeah, guys, thanks a lot for watching. The developers were nice enough to send me a key for the game. In the cases where I don't receive a key for the game, I have to purchase the game myself with my own money. So, I very much appreciate your support on Patreon. If you want to allow me to do more reviews and buy more games to do more reviews for you guys, then your support on patreon.com/LFP would be very much appreciated. It literally allows me to purchase more games and do more reviews for you guys. In the cases where I do not receive codes from developers, I really rely on my Patreon supporters to support my reviews, because I wouldn't be able to purchase half of the games that I review on my channel if I wasn't supported by you guys on Patreon. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.